Hi.
Welcome to our lemonade
Why do we
stand.
sound like that?
We
sounded the same.
It sounded like AI. I think it's in theme with our topic for today. So, welcome to our lemonade stand where we serve you good drinks and good conversation. My name is Sophie,
And my name is Sheila.
and we're the Tanchocolates.
Was
And
I supposed
on
to say it with you? And we're the Tanchocolates.
Oh my god.
We'll never get that right.
We're
It's
Anyway.
late.
Yes, it is very late. But on today's menu, we'll be serving mango juice and the story of us as twins, honestly.
Oh my gosh.
Our evolution as sisters.
That's a deep. Oh my god, that's pretty deep.
Yeah.
Cheers. It's sweet. Sophie doesn't like mango. It was me. I bought a bunch of them, and I was like,
"Oh my gosh!" And also, for this episode, we need to be mindful of our time.
"Really?
We were definitely. I feel like we were rambling. We were just rambling in the last episode.
I would. I
It
don't
was
really
an hour
remember.
long.
Oh,
Our episode was an hour long. That's how you know you don't watch our episodes.
I don't like hearing my voice.
Also, oh my gosh! Before we get into our topic,
I'm scared. What?
y'all want to fact check us on everything that we say in our.
What happened?
So,
Did I miss? Am I missing something?
No, it's because so Johan had commented on our first episode about the myoglobin, and then oh my gosh, and then Jero, our cousin, he had to look up if twins were rare, if fraternal twins were
So
rare.
what is it? I said say fact check.
Same-sex fraternal twins are not rare.
Aw.
They're not rare at all. So you know what? We're not gonna be looking stuff up as we
I
go.
did say fact check me if needed.
Okay, yes. Okay.
So
I guess, thanks for fact checking, I guess.
But I guess you didn't have
Anyway.
to. We didn't. It was a suggestion.
It
Okay,
was
it was a fun fact for us. Okay, I learned that. Okay, I promise you, I did learn that from someone. I don't know who the person is, but I did learn
That's
that.
how you know you need to trust Sheila with her sources.
Hey, I'm the
because-
teacher.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not good. That's not good. Oops.
But yeah, we have mango juice.
Mhm.
It's like the Filipino mango juice.
That's why it's the best mango juice. Artificial mango.
I actually, as the fake Filipino that I am, I hate
She hates mango.
mangoes.
Anything mango. Mango ice cream.
Sue me.
Mango dried mangoes. She hates dried mangoes.
No, actually, I kind of like dried mangoes.
Do you like? Is it
The
'cause
only
it's less
mango
sweet?
that I like is like the sour mango that you put in bagoong.
Oh,
like
like the red and green ones.
Yeah, like the one that
The hard
it's not
ones.
ripe yet.
Yeah.
Like I
The
really
mom
like that
likes.
one. I like sour fruit.
I don't like that much. I like mangoes that are sweet and yellow.
Yeah, no.
Bright yellow like the sun.
Anyway, so for today's episode, we're gonna be talking about like our
Each other.
relationship with each other, because we've come a long way. I think 10 years ago, if we thought about making this podcast together, we wouldn't have
Absolutely
continued it like after the first episode, because we hated each other back then. I
Yeah.
think. At least
I think it for a long period of time, especially when we were kids, because like whenever we asked mom and dad about it, they would all, even our aunt too, like say that raising us was hard because we hated each other that much. We physically.
Really? Who said that?
Tita Eb and mom. They were saying that we would throw remotes at each other.
No, they didn't say that.
Tita Eb said that to me.
I quite literally remember saying it myself.
I remember throwing a remote at
I
you.
remember throwing at a remote at you. Anyway, but
we-
yeah,
and we
that is
didn't like-
basically that was essentially our childhood. But do you want to? I guess we can start from the beginning of
In the womb.
our sisterhood.
Oh.
Yeah, in the womb,
In the womb.
actually.
Because
so,
we were womb mates.
Yes,
I like saying that.
we were womb mates.
We were womb mates.
And so, as womb mates, we were born
Oh,
on the
you're
same
going-
day.
oh, I thought you
I
were.
think this is also like the origins of us.
Oh, yeah.
because- Okay. Yes. Anyway,
Sorry, continue.
so when we were born,
Oh, you're gonna bring it up.
But I feel like this is also.
Okay, you have to say it without making me feel bad, okay? Because
I know
every
why.
single time she says it to people, it makes me feel like I'm the bad guy. But it's not my fault. It's not like I chose to do it.
Well, too bad. I'm gonna use it against you forever and ever.
Damn it.
Anyway, so when we were born, obviously we were born together on the same day. And as twins, it's normal to be born like 5 minutes like after each other or 10 minutes in between. I was born, so Sheila's the oldest.
I'm
She was
technically
born first,
the oldest.
so she came out of the womb.
I said hello
first.
to everyone first.
Yes. And she looked like a normal child. She looked like a
Hey,
normal baby
I
when she got out of the womb.
I was tubby.
And then
tubby.
when I came out, however, it was 30 minutes after. Imagine my mom
in pain.
just in pain
For 30 minutes.
with me
Half
alone.
an hour. Can you believe that?
Yeah. That's crazy.
With you.
And so when I was born, I was significantly smaller than Sheila. And
Yeah.
Our parents said that Sheila took all the nutrients.
I did.
I
I was very tubby. That's
yes.
what mom said.
Yeah, Sheila was, she looked
Normal.
healthy, normal. I was significantly smaller. I was like half the size of Sheila. And I was diagnosed with pneumonia at birth. And so I had to stay in the hospital. I couldn't even go home. Sheila was able to go home, but I couldn't even go home. I don't know for how long, but yeah, that's, I guess, the story of
why we hated each other.
That was my villain story.
Oh my god.
That was my villain's origin. This is why I hated Sheila.
She wanted revenge for a choice I didn't choose to do. Like, it's not, like I said earlier, like, every time she tells that as a fun fact, she says that as a fun fact. Like, I tried to kill her, technically, without knowing.
But anyway, yes.
Hi, Mom.
Our mom is just peeking through. Hello.
Hi, Mom.
She just peeked through.
She's hearing
She's
the
also a big
origin.
fan. My mom is like a big supporter.
She's our number one fan.
Yeah. She found out about our podcast and she was like, send it to me now.
And we sent her the
Let me
link.
watch it now.
I don't think she's watched the Valentine's Day yet. I asked her this morning and she was like, no.
Oh, okay.
Like,
she is a busy woman.
She
She's
is.
a very hardworking
She's
busy
a
woman.
very,
so,
very busy woman. One time she has the time.
Yes, but she does support us heavily. So thank you, Mom, for carrying us in the womb. And
Thank you for saving this girl. Because I wouldn't be the
Thanks for
person I
pushing
am.
through, quite literally and figuratively.
Yeah. Okay. Coming up, like,
I guess fast
years
forward,
after.
Fast forward. So we were born in the Philippines, and so
We were. I think we were close. Like, we were pretty close in the Philippines. We were the same friend
we were
group.
pretty close. So we were there up until we were like
6
years old.
Yeah. I know. We were really sad when we were told we were gonna move.
Yes,
Because it was not planned. At least for us, I didn't think that we were moving. You didn't think either, right? 'Cause
No,
remember
I
us-
I literally don't remember having the conversation of moving. I just felt like it was all like it
At
was
once,
like all of a sudden that we
yeah.
were moving to the US.
It was until like later years that I had to ask Mom, and Mom was like, "Oh, they had already planned for us to move. That's why we went to international school to learn English, so we didn't have to worry. They didn't have to worry about us,
Oh,
which makes
yes,
sense.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to have a heads up,
Yeah.
you know?
But I mean, I feel like they set us up perfectly.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Especially with going to international school.
Yeah.
So we had attended this preschool that was an international school. I forgot what it was called, but honestly,
We remember our
I
our
hated-
elementary
okay,
school
also-
first.
the international school that we went to, so Sheila and I, we went to the same, of course, we were in the
course we
same
did.
grade and we were in the same class. But in our preschool, it was like a big.
It was huge.
There
I remember
there weren't
it.
any like classes. I felt like
It was
I
a
feel
big
like we
room,
were all-
right?
yeah, we were all just kind of in the room,
Yeah.
like hanging out. I don't even remember like learning anything from that class.
I remember the Halloween thing, our concert, and I
What,
dressed up
Puff
as
the Magic
mermaid.
Dragon.
Yeah, that's all I remember, and I remember getting free fish.
What?
We got bags of
Oh, yes,
fish.
I
You remember?
No, that was PN.
Really?
PN,
Am
yeah.
I getting my memory mixed up?
I think that was PN.
I do remember also the trampoline, the small trampoline in the back.
From our preschool.
Yeah, but I agree. I don't remember learning anything in there.
I will say, when we were younger, Sheila was like really, really popular. She
Oh,
had
I don't remember
all
that.
the friends like
I
in
did,
preschool.
I think.
I remember one day, like in preschool, this was like, I
You
think this is the
remember?
only day that I remember because it was so traumatizing.
Oh.
Sheila was hanging out with her friends, doing her thing, because she was the more social one when we were younger. And I was
Emphasize.
more shy. We'll get into the differences later on, of
Yeah.
course, but when we were younger, I was the more shy type, and Sheila was more outgoing. And so one day in preschool, I was sitting down at a table, just eating my lunch. And as a like when I was younger, I was pretty chubby. I was like a chubby
No,
kid.
you were fat. She was fat.
Yeah,
I'm so
was no, but like I was significantly like fatter than you.
Oh yeah.
And so I was sitting down eating my lunch, and then a group of girls came up to me and were like, "Sophie, you're so fat."
But why am I involved? Why was I involved in this?
You weren't involved.
Oh,
that's
I
the
thought
thing.
You
No,
made it sound. I thought I was like friends.
no,
with them
that's
or
the thing.
something.
You had like your friends. I didn't have anyone. I was lonely all the time in preschool.
I
And
do
so I
remember you
remember
being
that. I
lonely.
remember that day, and I like started crying, and I went up to the teacher, I guess, and I told them, I was like, teacher, they said that I was fat. They called me fat. And then the teacher, instead of freaking like helping me and telling them off, they were like, the teacher was like, "Oh, no, they're just calling you cute."
I hate
like-
that. I think that's a toxic thing that
Like,
Filipinos
wow.
do.
Wow.
Like
Anyway.
they don't you think? Like I feel like that's a toxic thing that Filipinos do in general. Like they sugarcoat.
Yes. No, that is definitely like the Filipino culture.
Oh, I'm
But I mean,
sorry. I don't remember
I feel
that.
like they're either sugarcoating it or they're really strict.
Like mom.
Like
Mom.
no, like teacher.
Ange?
Like who's
What's
the math
their name called?
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Sorry,
I
sorry.
mean, I don't think they'll ever. But yeah, our math teacher in
Yeah,
PN
Teacher Ange,
Academy,
right?
is that her name?
Yeah, Teacher Ange, the scary one.
Yeah, the scary one. She was
I
strict.
freaking
Yeah.
hated her.
So we went to so after
Did not
preschool
like
we
her.
had started
PN
elementary
Academy.
school.
It's a private school.
We went to a private school.
With our
Was it a private
cousin.
school?
It was a private school.
I don't
We had.
even
I mean,
remember.
I feel like a lot of Filipino schools are private.
I don't know. I don't remember.
But Jera went.
I just
Our
know
cousin
that we went to PN Academy.
And we had thick uniforms. It was super hot.
Yes, I remember. But the thing is, like, because we were acclimated to the weather there, it didn't
Doesn't
seem
matter.
hot.
I was always excited for Fridays because
Because it's PE day. But I remember there were like a couple days where we couldn't have PE because we were really bad. Our class was like
Oh, yeah.
really bad.
We sucked.
But
we're
yeah,
bullies.
when we were attending our elementary school in the Philippines, Sheila and I were always in like the top of our
We-
class.
The top 4. I was
Yeah.
the 4th.
In the Philippines, at least in the Philippines, they rank you and they
They
make
do.
it public.
They put it
with,
on
like
the
the
wall.
ranking. They put it on the wall and they shame the people who
Or
are
on the bottom.
or on the bottom.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
It's so
It
bad.
was bad. So
Sophie, you were first.
I would no,
right?
I was second.
Was
So
it-
our best friends are sisters.
sisters.
They're
too.
sisters,
They're not
and they
twins.
no, they're
right?
not twins.
Yeah.
But they were like also in the top 4 with us. So it was my best friend who was
Number
first,
1.
and I was second, and
My
then
best
Sheila's best
friend.
friend was third, and
And I
Sheila
was
was fourth. And so we were always sitting next to each other.
But we were the most naughty. I remember us being very talkative.
Yes, we were always talking to each other, and so I remember one time Teacher Ange was like, "Sophie, come here," and
Oh.
she made me sit in the corner, like away from them,
That's bad.
because
That's
I
so
was
bad.
but I was like I was so over it because I was mad at Teacher Ange. I'm a crybaby. When I was younger, I was a
She
crybaby.
is a crybaby. She was a
Um,
crybaby. Sorry.
Yeah, and so I would have cried in that situation, but I was just annoyed with Teacher Ange at the time.
I would. I hated how she would just yell. Sometimes I don't, like, even now as an adult, I don't remember half of the things she would yell
No,
us.
yeah.
Like, Even if it's not your fault, she will yell at you. Or she'll just generalize everything. She will, like, if we make a mistake, it's like, I have to do it again.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it strengthened us as kids, but honestly, it was more traumatizing than supportive.
Yeah.
I feel
yeah, for
like,
sure.
who is it? Teacher Pai. Best teacher ever.
Oh my god, Teacher Pai was our main teacher. She was like our
Best
homeroom teacher
ever.
She's
But such a joy.
when we, I guess, elementary school was also where our differences started to show as well.
Yeah.
In elementary school, Sheila was more of like the performer.
That's where my singing started to really hit.
Sheila,
that's my debut.
Yes, Sheila was so. I mean, she is still very good, but that's when she like started to show her actual talent. Like, it was clear that she was really good at singing and that she could go far with singing.
Yeah, competitions.
Yeah,
that type of thing.
She was very favored in like
I could
everything singing.
I could have been a Filipino trial star.
You could have
if we stayed.
You really
But
could
I
have, honestly.
Didn't.
We went
I'm
to
glad.
we had this competition, and so in the competition there's like different categories. There's like a singing category, there's like a poetry category,
Which Sophie
and there's
was in.
like a math category.
Neither one of us were in.
Yes. So Sheila, you want to explain your competition? So Sheila
yeah.
was in the singing category.
I was
Go ahead
in
and
the singing
explain.
category, and from what I can recollect now as an adult, I was last. So there was like a group of kids. We were lined up on stage, and we sat in order of our number, and our numbers were picked randomly. It was fortunate. I thought it was unfortunate at the time when I was a kid, but thinking about it now, I was fortunate enough to have the last number. So I was a very last child to perform, and all I remember was how sassy I was. I would not do that as an adult now. I would not do that. That's so bad. But a lot of the details Mom and Papa gave me because I don't really remember much. I do remember the song I sung. I sung Tomorrow.
I watched
Annie.
you.
You did watch me.
I watched you, and I still remember her performance clearly because I had my poetry competition like right before, and so when I ended, Sheila was already performing. But keep going. I just want to say that she was really good. Like, I still remember the fact that I still remember this performance, and it was when we were like 6 or like 5 or something like that. It was crazy. Like
infants.
yeah, like yeah. Anyway, keep going.
I remember the kid before me, I think, sung the same song, but I took his mic. I remember that. I remember that specifically. I remember I was impatient. I think that was one characteristic that was not good about me when we were younger. I was impatient. I wanted to do things already. Like, it's my turn, that type of thing. And I stole the mic. The people didn't do anything. They didn't take the mic back, but he wasn't even done with the song. And I took his mic. And it was my turn. And I sung it. And then, like, you know, the end was history. I won first place.
The fact, it was like there was a clear difference between the person who sang before her and Sheila's performance because they sang the same song, but obviously, I'm not being biased. If I was an outsider watching that, it was obvious that you did way better. Yeah. You were more like in tune, you're in pitch. I think you had you had charisma. You like did a dance, a little dancey dance.
Oh my god, in the instrumental part of Tomorrow, there was a dance. I don't remember it. If you ever asked me to do it, I don't remember.
No, I remember it from in my head. Gross. I wish I could like put the image that I have in my head. She's like,
oh my god, did I do like a salsa or something?
Yeah, you literally did. I was like, slay. That was slay.
But I definitely will give like props to Mom and Tita Gina because both of them, when I was young, they really pushed me to do it, even though I hated it. Like at home, do you remember at home when Mom would like force us to practice before our competition? Mm-hmm. I hated that because it would be late at night, and he's like, "You have to sing it again." And Mom, when I was a kid, Mom would always tell me like, "You have to remember 100 songs just in case." But I never learned 100 songs. Maybe now, but like I feel like the push to do better was definitely engraved in us when we were kids, way before we moved here.
Yeah.
So that was an experience. Sophie's experience for her competition was completely different and fucked up, I think, because like the end result, like involving cheating or something like that. you were supposed to win first place, but there was like some like talk between the judges between schools, and it turned out that you didn't win first place because someone convinced someone.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I actually remember that.
I remember that clearly because I remember mom was super pissed off about it.
But it was, yeah, my dad was the one who came with me.
Yeah.
Because my mom was, like, helping Sheila. But I think growing up, especially in the Philippines, or even, like, a little bit before, or, like, a little bit after we moved in the Philippines, I was always, like, jealous of Sheila because, like, a lot of our family members favored her because of how, like, outgoing she was. Like, she was always, like the star of like the party, like doing karaoke and stuff like that. And as Filipinos, we love karaoke. And if you have a singer in your family, like you're pretty much like golden. You're the star of the show. But yeah, I was always like envious of Sheila because of the amount of attention she got, and I couldn't really like put myself out there because I was so shy. Like I would say like I'm a okay singer. Like I'm not as great as Sheila. I can sing.
She's but you are very musically inclined. I think as we will talk about it more later, like in modern time now, like when we're older, like eventually Sophie does blossom to be the musician that she is, and like as of now, she is more of a musically inclined sibling than I am, because I only sing, but the amount of instruments you know how to play is insane to me.
Thanks.
So,
thank you very much.
Yeah. But we'll go back to that later. Sorry, continue.
No,
sorry.
No,
I just wanted to shower you with
thank
compliments.
you. You can do that later.
Shut up.
Anyway, so yeah, I guess I was just always envious. But outside of like Sheila's singing, I had to carry myself with things that I was good at, and so that was like with academics. Like I excelled in academics, I would say more so than Sheila.
Yeah.
Because
Even
I
now.
was trying to I was just trying to make up for what I couldn't do. And so I think that's why like as I grew older I was more academically successful, I would say.
100%.
Because of like how I was raised. Well, not how I was raised, but like I was influenced by like just like our familial factors that familial factors that made me need to do something outside of what I couldn't do.
But I think that also like blossomed like a strength that you already had. Because even after we're all past that, like, because eventually, even in high school, you grew out of that, like, fear and shyness. I think a lot more, and you started to show your academic side unconditionally, like being in honors, like having better grades than me, and like while also balancing other extracurricular stuff too,
Yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely like, yeah, I will say that I did grow out of being shy, and a big factor of that is because of the people that I hung around or like hung out with, and the environment that I was surrounding myself with. The people who I hung out with were very good influences for me. They got me out of my shell. But yeah, I guess we can go into that later. We can go into that later. But anyway, so when we were younger, definitely it was more, Sheila's more like a performer, and I was kind of in the academic side. So artsy, all of that stuff was with Sheila. Also, my throat, I'm like starting to get a sore throat. What the heck?
There's water over there.
No, I'm okay. I'm just gonna keep drinking this mango juice that I hate.
Sugary and thick. Like it's the type of juice where
I hate mango juice, bro.
You know where the I think I said this with the lemonade in the
yeah, like
the crust things in the back of your throat.
Oh gosh, I hate it. My
But
throat
it's
hurts.
good.
You can drink mine.
Aww.
But anyway, so fast forward, we moved to the US.
Yep.
And
Turning 7.
Yes, and I feel like it was kind of like the same starting off.
I definitely until like third grade. I think like so when we got to the US, of course we were immigrants, and we moved in to Bryn Mawr Elementary School, which is pretty close by, where we live now, at least where I live right now. But because we were new students, and especially because we were coming from a different country, we were required to take a test. I don't remember this test. I have no idea, but all I remember was I was put on a lowest level reading, and
Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why either. And as a teacher now, I found out that the class I was in temporarily was an ELL class, and the ELL class I was in was only like what 5 kids in there, and I read books that were paper. There were only like 5 pages with big words that are underlined of like this is the sh sound,
Yeah, that's crazy.
and I didn't know that was a like I didn't know until after when I'm in college, like seeing that as like ELL support. I was
So
like,
to I guess to give background, ELL is English
language learner.
language learner, and it's for students who don't know English.
Mm-mm.
And Sheila obviously knew English.
I spoke it
That
pretty
that was
good.
Sheila's first language. So
Yeah. I
the
don't know.
fact that she was in that, and then comparing that to my experience going into the same grade at the same time, right? I get into the highest
The honors
English
reading.
English or like reading class that you can get in that level. Of course not, it's not the highest of the
highest.
school, but like of our first grade level, I was with like second graders.
Yeah, you were.
And so like that was crazy.
I like of course I was able to meet people and became friends with them, and like I loved my teacher, Miss Cook. If you hear this,
Slay,
thank
Miss
you
Cook.
for being
Miss Cook put me in the stop box for running
She also
around.
put me in the stop
Oh yeah,
box.
we were in
We
there
were both
together.
in the
We were in there
stop
together.
But other than the stop box, I think she was a really good teacher. I think she was very caring. Like she knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
But even then, like I think that's when my feelings of jealousy started to hit, because being in the US is completely different than in the Philippines, of course. Like in the Philippines, it's like a small town technically, because everyone knew each other, or at least all our parents and families, like very welcoming, even if they don't like strangers.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
yeah.
the culture, right?
Yeah.
But when we moved here, it was the first time I saw someone that looked different than me.
Me too.
And I
Yeah.
was just like,
It was culture shock for real.
100%.
Like I didn't know that there were other people outside of
Yeah.
unless I mean there were a couple of instances in our like Philippine school where like there was a white student.
Oh, there
But
was
they
a
were like
white
mixed.
student.
Okay, with that white
Back-
student that I talked about, I had a crush on
She had
him.
a crush on him. He was not that cute, but he was the only white kid, which I don't.
He was
maybe-
mixed though.
Yeah, but where did he get most of his genes from, or his genetics?
He
from?
looked Filipino
He
too.
looked very white. I think it's
No,
his
his
complexion.
complexion was-
Nothing wrong with being white. I'm just saying he was white.
Anyway, moving forward.
No, I think that was definitely that's where like my feelings of jealousy started to hit, because like like I said, like the culture shock was definitely there, and like the personality I brought into the US backfired on me as a kid, especially with like I was separated from Sophie. Like I was in
yeah.
our elementary school did not allow us to be in the same class unless it was SFA, which makes sense because it's only like a 1 hour thing.
SFA is the reading
Class,
class that we
yeah.
were talking about that we got placed in different levels.
Yeah.
at.
Eventually, after like 2 years or so, I was able to reach Sophie's honors. That sucked. It took 2 years 2 years or so to get up there, but like
it took
Was
you
it a year?
until 4th grade.
never mind, 3 years. It took 3 years for me to get up there. But what is it called? Like Sophie said earlier, I was very outgoing in the Philippines. I used my personality for my advantage to be able to have friends. But in the US, there was definitely a feeling of like being different. And that my personality clashed with a lot of people and their personalities. Who knew that you can be bullied for being too nice?
Yes.
I didn't realize
people
that
are
was
mean here.
possible.
People are so mean here.
I was like, I was just trying to be friendly and nice, but people were using that in not only for their advantage. To think like for elementary schoolers, they would use that as an advantage. That's pretty smart thinking in terms of like using someone just because they're super nice.
Yeah.
But also like it's very cliquey. And of course in the Philippines there are cliques, but it's not as mean. I don't think. I think it's because we got in trouble.
I don't know
all at the
why.
same.
Honestly, it's weird because now that I think about it, I feel like that would happen more in the Philippines. But
I think
for
we were
us, I think for
popular.
us,
I think
no, yeah, I
because
think we were the popular kids in
That's
in the
why.
Philippines, so that's why we never really experienced
Oh.
bullying.
Damn. I didn't think of it that way.
But
no.
going into the U.S. as new
Yeah.
kids, especially in the middle of a school year,
Oh, it was in the middle
everyone
of the
knew
school
each other
year.
already, and so we had to actually like.
Meet people.
Well, yes, we had to meet people, of
yeah.
course, but also we had to try to fit into the groups that were already established.
And it was even harder because of the curriculum that the US has, because in the Philippines lessons and different types of like knowledge that we gain from the Philippines is more advanced than the curriculum here in the US, where when me and Sophie came here we already knew our times tables and division, but then when we moved here on the first day
They were literally working on addition
and subtraction, and I'm
like
just
what the heck?
why are we here?
I know, for real. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I remember in 3rd grade, we were learning division, and I raised my hand, and when the teacher called on me, I was like, I learned this in the Philippines. Why are we learning this now?
No filter.
I literally said that. I remember.
Filter.
But yeah,
What did she say?
she was like, "Oh, it's probably because in the Philippines their curriculum is more advanced, and so you're probably gonna be learning things ahead over there, something like that." It was Miss Ward.
Okay. She was great.
No one mourns the wicked. Sorry, that's been stuck in my head. I just needed to let that out. I love Wicked.
I love Wicked too.
Sheila has not watched the
I
movie
watched
yet.
the original musical.
No, you did not.
Yes, I did.
You didn't even know what happened in part 2. I asked
didn't.
you.
I didn't know what happened in part 2.
Sheila is a fake fan.
I'm not a fake fan.
She knows all of the songs,
I
but
know
she
every
doesn't know
single
what happened. She's
song.
never watched it, and so yeah,
See,
she's
my
just waiting
music-
for it to come out on like Netflix or some shit like
because
that.
I don't want to buy it. I'm sorry.
Anyway, sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna get
On a
canceled for
tangent.
not watching freaking
No,
Wicked.
you're not getting canceled. There's hella people who still
Please
haven't
don't
watched
get
it. So.
mad at me. I love the songs. I love Ariana Grande. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Anyways.
So when we moved to the US, it was definitely clear that I feel like there was just no space for besides like the talent show and like plays that were held in like at our school.
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of room for you to like really show your talent.
Yeah. So it was kind of rare. So I had to I think I had to find other outlets. Like I joined Fiddle Club with you because of the performance aspect, which I hated. I mean, if you didn't know what Fiddle Club is, it's what it is.
It was a violin club. It was
a
a
violin club.
fiddle violin club where everyone who wanted to learn how to play the fiddle got together before school started.
Before
and
the
we
break
would,
of dawn.
Yeah, honestly, before
It
the
was
break
so
of
dark. It's like zero
brink
period.
of dawn.
Is it brink of dawn?
Brink.
I thought it was break. Is it
Brick of dawn. Before the brick of dawn.
Oh. See, I told you she's more
Oh my god.
academically.
No, I was an English major.
She was an
okay.
English major.
Anyway,
I do miss playing the violin. I do miss it because that was a pretty cool.
Yes,
Or is it-
the fact that you played violin is crazy. Like that's
It's weird,
awesome.
right?
That's so cool.
I don't remember playing. I don't remember how to play it,
Oh.
but
There you go.
it's been a while.
Do you remember how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star?
I need the strips. I need the tape. I don't remember how to play without the tape.
If you ever played like a string instrument, like not just a string instrument, like an orchestral
Yeah.
string instrument, like the viola, violin, cello.
There's
You'll know
tape.
what tapes are. If you
I
know,
want
you
the
know.
tape.
Yeah.
See, that shows I know because
Yes.
I use the tape.
Yes, yes.
And that would made it so fun to do. And but I remember being procrastinate a lot because I didn't want to practice.
Yes.
And so when I get there, I just wing it. But I felt cool. Didn't you feel cool when we were in
I felt
club?
cool. I felt
'Cause
cool.
for performances, we got to leave class sometimes.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love.
do
And
like
then
that.
Sheila and I, there was this one performance for the Martin Luther King Assembly where me and Sheila, we were like the only kids in our grade that were able to be a part of the performance. It was like a
Because we
dance
knew to do it?
performance. No, it was Miss
Why?
Vincent. Like she took us out of. So one of the the vice principal teacher or whatever, whatever she was or whoever she was in the school, she picked me and Sheila to be a part of this special performance for the Martin Luther King Assembly, and we were with like older kids, like 4th and 5th graders. I remember we were in 2nd grade at the time.
Why did we get chosen?
I don't know why we got chosen.
What did we
I think it was
do?
because we're twins. I don't know, we were special. But like,
Boo.
there was literally no reason why why would she pick us? But anyway, it was just us two that we were the only
What
second
did
graders.
we do?
We did like free. I
think it's 'cause we knew how to sing.
Free at last. So
Is it because
no,
we knew
we
how to
did not
sing?
sing. We danced. It was a dance
What
performance.
did we do? Did we just know how to dance it? Did we join them in the practices?
Yeah, we did the practices. We would leave class,
That's
like
so
in the middle of class,
weird.
just to practice.
That's so weird. I don't remember that.
Dude, that was
I remember
so...
the song. I don't remember dancing.
Dude, we danced. I remember everything.
Is it realize?
Oh, thank God Almighty, we are free
Oh, that's
at
such a
last.
sweet
Free
song.
at last.
I love that.
Yeah, so that was some of the things that we did. But we were also, when we were kids, we were also in like plays and talent shows. Oh, no, okay, no, but not before. I know what you're gonna say, but in elementary school. In elementary school. No, I'm gonna talk about the talent show.
Okay.
I'm talking about the talent show.
Okay.
Sheila, I feel like this is where Sheila was able to shine. So
Oh.
I feel like outside of like just like artsy stuff in elementary school, I was able to like really put myself out there because of my academics. Like I was always in honors classes, all of that stuff. And then whenever there were performance type events at our school, Sheila was honestly the best one out there. Even our teachers knew that she was the best one, and they made her last at every talent show.
That's true.
Because
That's what I
she was
remember.
so good that they needed someone to be best for last,
Best for
which was
last.
Sheila. Sheila, she joined the talent show, and
Every year.
Yeah, every year. So for 4th grade, no, not every year. We started in 4th grade.
Oh, sorry.
4th grade, she sang the Tinkerbell song.
With Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez,
What's-
was it called?
Fly to your heart. Yeah. Fly.
Yeah. So if you know that,
And I wore
movie,
the freaking wings. I wore
she
wings.
wore wings. But yeah, Sheila
was-
was the best one. Honestly, I don't care what anyone says.
Did I
like
sing? What did I sing next?
in 5th grade,
did I
she
sing?
sung "Listen"
Oh, that was
by
5th grade.
Beyonce.
I made people tear up.
And everyone was
remember
like, who is she? Who the hell is she? She's crazy. And like, yeah, I joined both talent shows that Sheila joined. For 4th grade, I played the violin. Like, what the fuck? I played Yankee Doodle. Yankee Doodle. And the fact that mom let me do that was embarrassing. That was
You'll
quite
never
embarrassing.
forgive her for that.
And then
What did you do?
for 5th grade,
sung
I
it.
sung Taylor Swift's Our Song,
You
and
did.
I did the sidestep throughout the whole entire performance. I was just swaying side to side. I was trying to shotgun with my hair, literally. But Sheila here, she is the whole performer.
Listen, I can't sing it now because
Yes.
I went through puberty.
Yes,
unfortunately.
yes, but she was very good.
I even shocked myself
Yes.
that I sung that without changing the pitch.
Okay, so yeah.
Yeah, that's elementary school. I feel like I feel like in terms of like our relationship though, because we were separated, a lot, like majority of our time during grade school, we were separated. We you developed your own friends, and I had my own.
Yeah. Oh my
I
god.
think
Yes, you're right.
we had our each other. We
had
had
our
each other
own-
at home.
I feel like we had our own like personality that we were able to like
I think when
nurture and grow.
I definitely think in elementary school I didn't know you that much anymore.
Yes.
Wouldn't you agree?
I agree. No, I agree.
Because
Outside of home, we would never speak to. I mean, we would speak to each other, of course.
We would do like activities like patrol together and other things like that in like the play. But other than that, like during the school day, we would never hang out. Even in outside time.
We would, yeah. Honestly, we would never hang out. It
I'd
was
see you
because I
sometimes.
think I just wanted my own friends. Like I was really proud of the friend group and just the life that I was able to like grow and make outside of being a twin. Because growing up, especially in the Philippines, we're always known as twins.
Even now.
I mean, honestly, like that's a pet peeve of ours. We hate it when people call us the twins. Obviously, we're twins, but we're our
So if
own
you hear
individual
that-
person.
if you're watching this, that's a pet peeve, so please don't say it.
I mean, like there are of course like some sorry, not expectations. There's some exceptions, like when our friends call us the twins, like our
They
home
don't-
friends.
yeah,
like
yeah,
I
yeah.
like I
Okay,
love it
fine.
when they call us the twins because
Because
it's just
I think the difference is that they know us as
individuals. Yes, exactly.
If you don't know us as individuals and only see us as Sophie and Sheila Chocolates, like as the twins, then no, don't say it.
I don't know. It's not. I'm not a fan of it.
I'm not a fan either.
But yeah, I think because I was able to at least like make my own world outside of being your twin, I really wanted to, like, I was just falling in love with that side of like my world, I guess. Like I didn't want to be a part of yours anymore, at least at the time, because of
I
like
did miss you though. I remember that. I did miss you.
oh, that's nice.
I feel like
nice, I guess.
I mean, I
guess.
still hated you. We hated each other when we were
My back
younger.
is itchy. I'm scratching my back.
But I definitely like. I think reflecting as an adult, your friend group was a lot more healthier than my friends. I feel like there was some toxicity with my friends. Thinking about it now as an adult, I don't really remember much. I don't really remember because every time, like, a lot of the friends that you had in elementary school stayed your friends for years, even during.
Yeah.
But
that's
my
true.
friends in elementary school either moved or we just grew apart.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I remember, I think one of the most traumatic things that happened in elementary school is me getting mad at my best friends because they stopped talking to me. And, like, they would just find someone new. Because I had a friend, I won't call her name out, but I had a friend I was super close with. She became friends with another girl.
Oh, I know who this is.
She became friends with another girl, and I confronted her about it. It's like, I thought we were friends. I thought we were best friends or something. Of course, she ended up moving.
She ended up in my class.
Yeah. Who were we talking about?
No, okay.
Who are we talking about?
I'm not gonna mention. But Sheila, I think the reason why that like I had the same friends like for many years is because yes, because I was smart.
Honors.
Because I was always in the same class as my friends. Like so every time we would level up, I would always be in the same class as my friends because they're always also leveling up, and so I was surrounding myself with like-minded people. I'm not saying that you weren't like friends with like good people, but I think because of you advancing like later on, because Sheila did end up advancing, and so it was always like a different class that she was in every time, and so
That's weird.
the different classes would have like different people, and so she would make new friends every single time.
I think I was also like focused on like boys.
Oh.
Too.
Oh,
Which
in elementary school.
elementary school,
Oh.
which no, I think like not like
Ooh.
relationship wise, but like crushes and
Wait,
stuff.
also
What was I saying? Oh,
boys.
Like I feel like that's also a strain too. Was like, I I think a lot of it, like, I think that's also why a lot of my friends ended, or friendship ended, because I would be friends with someone and they would have a same crush as me, and we'd fight over it.
Oh shoot.
Um,
Yeah, Sheila was okay.
I
Can is it? Am I allowed to expose?
yeah,
your-
we're 25. It's been years now.
Sheila,
Go right ahead.
she had.
I've grown as a person.
The fact that Sheila was in relationships in elementary school,
it's insane.
It's insane. But yeah, Sheila had boyfriends.
I had boyfriends in secret. Sorry, mom
in
and dad.
secret.
Oh my god, mom and papa don't watch this.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God.
sorry. Hey, I'm in a healthy long-term relationship right now. Okay.
But honestly, it was just funny because I will say Sheila did attract a lot of people
I think when we were younger.
when we were younger. Sheila was always like,
I think it's my personality.
yeah,
Right?
I think you just got along with everyone. I will
think,
say.
I think so too. I think it wasn't until like middle school that's when like the insecurities happened. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, yeah. Oh, that's so sad because it's so true.
And that's on
Dude,
both
puberty.
of us. Puberty sucked.
But
no matter what anyone says, puberty
I know in
sucked.
elementary school, like when I had crushes, it was like long crushes. Like I would
She was committed.
I
You
so
were
I had
committed.
two crushes, like
That's
main
it?
ones.
That was it.
Yeah, in elementary school.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
I
was
know who
it.
they are.
And
I know where
then
they
my
are.
last one, oh my god, my last one, like at least
Blasted.
my last elementary school one, like it transferred over to middle
To middle
school.
school.
Like I was like obsessed with this dude.
For a
But
long time.
yeah.
For a very
And
long
I
time.
my best friend at the time, like in 5th grade, we both liked the same person. And we would fight over him because
weird.
yeah.
So
Yeah. And there was this one time one of my friends went up to the dude that we liked in the recess, and she like just happened to ask him like, "Hey, who would you like better?" Oh.
Love you, girl.
I cannot.
Love you.
I'm gonna
You
bleep that
better
out. I'm
bleep-
gonna bleep that
Oh,
out.
Can you bleep out your 3rd grade teacher's name too?
Oh yes.
Please.
I'll bleep it out. But okay, who would you like better? This girl, I'm gonna just bleep her name out, or Sophie. And good news. He said me. But he never liked me. He liked me for a little bit, but then I had I had gotten over my feelings for him.
I had issues with her.
Who?
Like same girl, same best friend. I had issues with her in middle school, but that was in middle school.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Like
that
the
was middle
same
school.
issue technically.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I wasn't the winner. in
Yeah.
that case. I was not the winner.
Okay. But yeah, Sheila dated a lot of
womanizer.
guys.
I
Yeah.
was a
Even
I
in
was a
middle
player.
school. Even in middle
In
school.
middle school, I was. I did.
Like literally
I did. Sorry,
a
Mom and
lot
Dad.
of guys liked Sheila.
And I dated quite a.
And
number.
honestly, Sheila led a lot of people on. And whenever
suck.
whenever I talk about it with Sheila, she would always be like, "No, it's just like we were just friends. We were just friends." But like you were obviously talking to them because you liked the attention.
I did like the intention. I think that's what everyone asks me. Like whenever someone asks me about like middle school or high school, I always tell them like one thing I do regret is being like so focused on boys that like I don't remember much of like my other types of relationships because I was so focused on the boys and then the effect of it. Like I felt sadness early on because I was so focused on romantic relationships, and like a lot of them just ended like my actual friendships because of like either they decided to date my ex-boyfriend.
Would you say that like started your insecurities?
100%, because a lot of like just in general, I feel like a lot of my insecurities was like having a guy that I dated or liked end up with someone else, and they're 10 times more prettier than me, or they're more popular than me, you know, or like with no explanation whatsoever, they just drop me and go. You know, I feel like middle school was, of course, everyone's experiencing puberty and everyone is experiencing different types of things, but I feel like that's where I started to realize that my personality as outgoing as like my naturally like how I naturally wasn't gonna cut it anymore, because everyone is changing personalities, everyone's changing the way that they view other people, and this is platonically or romantically. And I also had toxic friends. I have friends at the time who would just end up just like taking guys from me. And
he did.
if you know who you are, then you know who you are. But like, there was this girl that for even after during high school we were friends, pretty close friends. I will say this out loud now. In middle school, she came up to me and asked me a couple days after I broke up with my boyfriend, at the ex-boyfriend at the time, if she could date him. Like, just came up to me in a bus line. And she's like, "Can I date him?" Like, the audacity
Oh,
you
I think I know
have,
who this is.
the
Yeah.
audacity you had to come up to me even after I've shared
Wait,
like my feelings.
did you date him in middle school?
Are we
or-
thinking about the same person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I
Oh,
didn't-
yes, you did.
I
Yes,
didn't-
you did.
Yeah, we lost.
Okay,
contact
this
in high school.
person. I
Okay, no. Okay, that was my karma. Okay, I will, let me say it, because if you say it, it doesn't make sense. Okay, I had a crush on the guy that I did date, for a long time, but Sophie also had a crush on him way longer than I did, and I was toxic as well, and I really liked him, and me and a former friend of ours came up with a nickname for Sophie. So when we would talk about it,
They
it
would
would
talk behind my back.
I would talk behind, and that
Sometimes not even behind my back, in
Like
front
front
of
of
me
you.
with a fake name.
with a fake name, and also fake name with the guy, too.
Yes.
And for a long time, Sophie hated me for it. Even now, she still hates me. And I will forever regret that, and I will forever try to make up for it, because it was not
It was not okay.
It was not worth not worth the fights, and not worth the anger that like I had to put on you.
Yeah,
And I'm so sorry.
that's okay.
I'm saying that in my
That is
perspective, because
okay.
every time she says it, it makes me
I say
feel
okay. I say it as a
bad.
joke now because I just think it's so funny because we are in relationships now, like,
And we're
it's
happy.
it's like way behind us. But like the fact that just happened was so funny.
It was so mean.
It was
That
really
I
mean
think that's
at the
meanest
time.
thing I've ever done to you. That is
You-
the meanest thing I've ever done to you.
Yeah,
And
and
I've
like
thrown things at you.
and the fact that like no, like even like after like I found out that Sheila was talking about me like with a fake name just to talk about the guy that we both liked. She ended up dating him
I ended
after.
up dating him.
And so
But
it
it's
was,
not. It was. Yeah.
and I had to see them kiss in front of, like, literally they kissed right in front of me, and I had to deal with that. I'm like, wow. I mean, I didn't like when she started dating. When she started dating him, I didn't like him anymore, of course. But it was just weird to like.
It was weird. I feel like that also continued in high school, because my last long-term relationship was also like that. Technically.
Yes!
Which is so bad.
Okay,
Hey, Carl-
okay, but we're actually, so for this episode, we're actually
Only
gonna leave it to
talking
middle school.
Middle school's end. We have to watch the next episode.
Yeah, for the next episode,
see.
we'll actually.
It gets more.
We're gonna continue this episode in the next episode,
Because
where
it-
we'll talk about high school all the way up to now. But yeah, there's just a lot of stuff that went on in our childhood, like
Lot.
even before high school,
very
which is
traumatic
crazy.
And that's what sucks, because we had to deal and experience pain at such an early age without our parents knowing.
Yes.
Sorry, mom and dad.
No, yeah, honestly, I
Oh
feel
my
like.
god, no! We said it here that I kissed it.
No, oh my god, Sheila, it's okay. Sheila, we're adults now. It's okay.
They can't ground me.
Honestly, like I think it's funny to think about because we did go through a lot when we were
did.
kids, and we had to we did it on our own.
Yeah, we made our own choices.
We made our own choices.
That's how we became the people that we are now.
right. Okay, but yeah, I think but in middle school, would you say like we were different?
100%.
Like what would you say we were different? Like what in terms of what?
Honestly, I think just personality-wise, I feel like we both were outgoing in our own way, but that's also because we had groups of people that we felt comfortable with, and like you weren't shy anymore, but it was me. It was the opposite. I think that's when the opposite started. Like I became more shy.
Yes, I
You
think
became
that I
more
think
outgoing.
that was where like the shift started to happen, middle school. Like,
Middle school.
and I also think it's because, yeah, again, like the people that we hung around was like influencing our personalities as well. Like, again, like I would always be in classes with the same people because I was always like in honors, and so the same people would always be. But you were also in honors too.
I was in honors.
But like there were some classes where you weren't in
like
honors.
Math. I was never in honors.
I was always ahead in middle school. Like in middle school, I started high school math, which is pretty cool.
That's so cool.
I know, right?
At least we were
cool.
both in Spanish.
I was in algebra.
You were in algebra.
7th grade, and geometry in 8th grade. And then I started, I don't know what I started in, but like I just knew that in high school. Sorry, I'm not gonna get into high school, but when I started high school as a freshman, I was with like seniors, for math. But anyway, I was always surrounding myself with people that like I knew would benefit me in a way. I'm not saying that you didn't. I think you chose to be around the people you were around in the past because you thought that they were good for you. But they ended up not being. They were freaking assholes. I mean,
even now, I think we both can agree that even now as adults, they are still
assholes.
I
mean, I feel like, but the fact that you grew out of that as well, like you didn't follow in their footsteps.
No, I feel like that's the one thing I'm very grateful for is that eventually I had to learn and on my own terms decide to leave. And it did feel lonely though, it felt very lonely for a period of time because those are the people that I hung out with a lot of my time, and having to leave made me feel like relieved, but also like I have to restart again. Do you know what I mean?
Dang. So yeah, the complete opposite of where like we were when we
it's
were
weird,
in
right?
the Philippines. Yeah.
That's weird.
And so I think middle school I started becoming more outgoing.
Yeah.
And like started doing more things, even like in like talent shows and stuff like that. I feel like I did a lot more plays.
I still did talent shows though.
Yes, you still did talent shows. Wait, did we do talent shows? Oh yeah, we did a talent show in middle school.
We did
year 3000. That's when the Tanchocolates happened. Okay, I will say before we end our episode, while we were starting to shift our like trade personalities, middle school was when the Tanchocolates were born.
The prime time.
That was when we actually came together in like some shape or form.
Why did we choose to do it? That's
like do something that we love to do, and that was music. I think the one thing that brought us together was music.
Yeah,
because we were both good at it.
We were, not to boost our ego, but we
were good at it. I mean, I feel like we still are, but we don't practice it anymore. No. Like we don't make music like we did like in the past. We would post constantly.
I feel like though it's still pretty cool because even if we don't practice, if we do with our like family members,
I feel like we'll always have that talent. We'll always have that talent.
It's kind of blood run.
Yes. Well, it's not. It's not blood run. We just are good.
We're naturally born.
Because I don't think it's blood run. Because our mom and dad are not that great at singing. I will say. I feel like we're one of the very few in our family that actually can sing, and like know how to harmonize and like all that
other instrumental stuff.
Yeah,
we know how to do.
But yeah, middle school we started to shift our personalities and become polar opposites of what we were in the past. Yeah. And that's when we became the Tanchocolates.
The Tanchocolates. And look at us now.
Yes. And now we are hosting our own podcast. But anyway, so we're going to end off our episode here.
It's part 1.
This is part 1 of our twin story.
If you want to get more like in depth of like deeper and more
Of, like,
traumatic stuff,
Yes, later on in our lives. Check out the next
you
episode.
need to check out the next one. We're
It'll
gonna
be part 2
so
of our
transparent.
twin story of
Yeah.
how the Tanchocolates came to be.
There's more. We're missing some stuff.
Yeah.
We'll share it next week.
Yeah, there's a lot. Honestly, we've gone through a lot. So
Oh, I
there's just
love
more.
you.
There's
I
just more.
love you.
Oh,
Hey,
I love you too. Also, drink my mango juice.
I did.
Anyway, so to end off our podcast, what is your drink of the week?
You already know. Mango. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Purple Haze from Coffee Holics. Love
Coffee Holic
some
is a really great cafe.
Is that? It's Vietnamese coffee, right?
Yeah, it's Vietnamese coffee.
Love Vietnamese coffee.
It's just strong AF. It gets you.
It makes you poop.
It makes you poop. Which is good.
It is good. I think
it gets
it's
your bowels going.
A tasty,
Get your bowels going.
laxative option.
I definitely need to poop.
Mm.
I pooped.
You
I pooped
did.
earlier before the podcast.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's go.
I was like, wow.
Oh my god, I
Health.
am constipated.
Good health. Good job. I'm proud of you.
But it was like pebbles. TMI.
Okay, you're still constipated.
Yeah, but like
You
I
need to drink
pooped. I
water.
pooped.
Did you drink water?
No, I haven't been drinking water as
Me
much
too,
as I
I
should.
haven't either.
But
My
like
water bottle's over there.
my eyes, dude, I have astigmatism, like really bad astigmatism, and like
It's dry.
no, usually like you know when you're like driving at night and you see like the glare.
Yeah.
It's not really as bad for me, but today, especially today, it was like literally glaring at me. Like all of the lights were like shining on my face.
Is it because
It was
you're
my
dehydrated?
I think so. I think it's because I'm dehydrated. But yeah, it was kind of scary. I was like, shit, I've never experienced this
Oh, you have
ever
to
in my
drive
life.
home.
And so I had to stay on. I'm a very fast driver,
She's a
and
fast
so
driver.
I typically am gonna be driving fast on the freeway. But today I literally had to be on the right
Very lightly.
lane because I was so scared. I was like, shit. And I was driving Johan's car, and his car is a little bit bigger than mine. And so it was like I didn't really know like the spatial awareness yet with his car. But anyway, off topic.
You're going on a
To
tangent.
end our episode, my favorite drink of the week, my drink of the week is a Thai tea. I had Thai tea literally 2 days ago because I was craving it, and it hit the spot.
Where'd you get it?
I love Thai tea. I got it at Sunright.
Where's that?
You
Where's that?
can either get it. I think the 2 locations that I know of are in Federal Way, and then in near UW by Trader Joe's. I think I took you to Sunright, but I
think
took
you
you to
did.
Sunright before.
Is it the one that? Is it the one where?
Is it the one? It's the one.
the one boba place you took me?
Yes, the one boba place
They
I
have
took you.
they had a Genshin Impact collab
Really?
in UW.
Oh, I don't
It's
know.
the one where it's like yellow everywhere.
Yes, that one.
Yeah, there's
one.
the one in UW. You didn't. It wasn't my first time when you took me.
Oh, okay.
I went with John because he wanted to do the Genshin Impact collab and get his free get his drink with a sticker. I'm just like, all right, as long as I get a drink.
Yeah, well, I got it there. I got my Thai tea there, and it was pretty good.
near
I didn't get it with
7-Eleven?
boba.
Near 7-Eleven, right?
No.
Oh.
Oh no,
Wait, no, it's not in that plaza.
no, I got it. It's near Trader Joe's. It's right next to Trader Joe's. And near UW, but it's like okay.
No, in
anyway.
Federal Way. I mean,
No, it's not near 7-Eleven.
I think
Not
I
at
know
all.
what you're- I think I
Yeah,
know what
you
you're
might
talking-
be.
No, I think I'm talking the same thing.
Okay, but
I
yeah,
know it's in a plaza.
yes, it's like in a small plaza. But anyway,
Sorry.
yeah, that's my drink. But we hope you like this episode, and stay tuned for the next episode to learn more about our journey. We're gonna start talking about our journey as twins from high school all the way up till now. So
It gets darker from there.
honestly,
It's
it
so
really does though.
fast.
That's the thing. But
I'm excited for it, but
yeah, I'm excited. So
don't judge us, okay?
don't judge us. All right, so we'll see you guys in the next episode.
Oh, thank you for being with us.
Bye.
Bye.